Hello, hello.
Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Oddfrog Chop Shop. We've got a pretty cool show for you today. We are going to be looking at the absolutely explosive art of Deadly Dioramas. He should be joining us here in a minute. He's having a little bit of internet issues. And then also today, we have a special guest with us who joins the show frequently. And so we'll welcome to the stage, Deadman One. What's up, brother?
Hey, how we doing this morning? Or after it's afternoon now, right?
Yeah, it's afternoon here. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's here. Like we don't live in the same coast.
Yes, exactly.
Same. Yeah. Oh, what up, guys?
So yeah, I've been talking back and forth with Deadly Dioramas, and I just wanted to bring some attention to his page and his whole scene. Because first of all, the art is absolutely amazing. The dioramas are kind of unlike other things I've seen before. And he's got some health issues that we also want to put a little bit of attention on, see if we can get some energy towards his GoFundMe, because they're very serious actually. So, but we'll get him on here as soon as his internet pops up. And in the meantime, I think we'll just go ahead and start looking at some of his dioramas. Sound good to you guys?
Let's go.
Sure.
Let's check them out.
All right.
Good.
Just going to share my screen here.
And see what it's about.
Absolutely. Okay. This is going to be. Oh, here we go. Share. All right. So let's see. I'm going to start with the latest one he's had. Can you guys see that?
I see the folder. We see the folder. We don't see.
Yeah. I see the folder.
Okay.
I see a bunch of different photos in the photo.
Okay. Here we go. I got this. Let's try this.
Did you just like slam a coffee, bro? Like you were.
Dude, I just got out of the shower and I had a coffee. Yeah, so it's a little of both.
I mean, you're actually looking a little sweaty, bro.
It's hot water and
Dude,
yeah.
And there's been a heat wave down here in Southern Cali.
Yeah, and it's like 100 degrees. All right, you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, he and his partner basically build these dioramas and sell them. So I want to get some information on that from him too. But I mean, I think this is amazing. Really, I love the warm and the cool colors together. You got the warm in the foreground and the cool in the background, and all that sharp, crisp detail where it's supposed to be. And one of the things that's really impressing me about his dioramas is like the fire and the lighting that he does with like explosions and stuff, which we'll see more of. But Deadman, you've been following him for a while, right?
Yeah, I have. I've been following him for a while. He's been participating in the Toymerks Custom Sundays for a while now as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of his work. Yeah, it fucking blows me away. It's crazy good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The level of details and like the gates and the stones, and I mean,
yeah, I wish he was here. I want to ask him like if it's 3D printed or if it's like CNC work or
peek real quick.
Yeah, the level he's able to capture like details.
Oh,
in the foreground, the middle ground.
Nope. Oh yeah, here he is. Okay, guys, we've got
gates.
Deadly Dioramas with us, and we are going to welcome.
How you doing,
Deadly
guys?
Dioramas to the stage right now. What's up, Deadly?
Hey, man, Matt. Sorry about that. I was having some connectivity issues over here.
No worries.
No worries. You know, there's nothing new to us here at the Chop Shop. You know what we do with them.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it, bro.
Usually it's my fault.
Whew, well, I feel you, man. How y'all guys doing today?
We're doing great, brother. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Having kind of a lazy day before I run out to the rodeo out here. It's a nice sunny day in Texas, so can't complain.
Nice. Rodeo, that's fun, man.
Yeah, there's a rodeo, there's a circus, all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have some free time here in a bit, but just been out this morning kind of setting up. We had a couple errands and kind of getting some supplies and getting ready for a big shoot that I wanted to plan. I've been waiting to do, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of keeping the lids on it, but it's gonna be fun.
We learn to keep the lids on things.
I'd like to ask, do you have a design in background in design, or are you just kind of self-taught?
So I myself am self-taught. So when it comes down to blueprint, blueprint toys is two areas. We have myself, and then we have our guy behind the scenes as well. Now, my guy behind the scenes, he is an actual he has other things that he's doing, and he is an actual engineer. He's an
Okay.
actual toy designer. He has a background in it. Myself, I've worked when I grew up and I started on small scales. 112 is a relatively new scale for me. I've always done larger scales at 1/6, and then I worked with smaller scales of 118 and under. I grew up kind of doing model kits and small dioramas like that. So it was really something that I got into on a level of a smaller scale. Now he works on 112, and he's done that for a while. Now, like when I say that, I mean he has his workshop. So we're Texas and Louisiana right now. The main workshop where he does all the mass production is going to be located in Louisiana.
Okay.
Now, that's where we're setting up our staging as well for our Kickstarter. So when our designs come in, everything's catted out. We design everything, and especially him, he's a beast because he's strictly on that front. He doesn't do anything else. I mean, that's it's one of his obsessions. And so whenever we have a design, he'll be in there, and I mean, he'll work on it, cat it out, we'll plot it out, and pretty much we start brainstorming on what the next thing is going to be. This summer we had decided that we were going to do the blast effect heavy weapons. So one of the biggest things that we have right now is going to be those blast effects. I don't know if you check them out.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
I've
I've seen.
signed
I've
up to
definitely
show
seen them.
people here. They're amazing.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing.
Okay, you know what? Let me bring one of those up right now.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a question with how durable those are.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, I see it.
Ask away.
I just asked, how durable are they?
Oh, they're pretty good. I mean, I shoot with a couple, and the main one that I like to use a lot, because I mean, reason why I use it a lot, it's kind of a pain. I know y'all as well. Setting up sometimes can be a hassle, especially if you have it all in a separate storage location. So I have one that I use a lot, and that thing, I mean, it gets crushed, it gets chewed on by the cats. I mean, it's gone through like just being tossed around. I mean, it's right here. It's like one of our old builds.
Yeah, that's what.
I mean,
so what are they constructed out? What are they made out of?
so it's a composite material. It's it's a
Clear my screen, Kelly.
It's a mix of some resins, foams,
Share
and
yours.
fireproof material. He uses some. Of course, it takes like a nice little base paint of some nice coat of paint. If depending on which you want to get. We have meddled around with like the different light sources internally, but of course, adding that little paint job is gonna make it pop.
Make it. Yeah, I was just gonna use those.
Absolutely.
Some people have told us like before, like on reviews, like they get it and they're like, this thing looks like a piece of burnt popcorn, but when you plug it in, that's where it happens.
Yeah.
Because what you have to also remember is it's a primary. What you're looking at, like that boom right there, they're light sources as well. They're intended to be. So they're not little mini LEDs, and like I said, they're not just. We have a whole system that has been wired and built for these. Depending on which one you're doing, because We have explosions with debris. We have the ones that are just the clouds. We have
And I'm
exploding
sure you
objects.
have like wires running in there, and you have primary light sources where you want stronger light and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have to know, and then especially too, that's where the paint is gonna be something that you need because you want it to bleed through
Yeah.
You
right
don't
way.
exactly, yeah.
If it's all one brightness, then that's where you're gonna have to touch it up. Now that's a raw image, there's nothing added, there's
Wow.
nothing edited. It's just
That's
the way the lighting
unbelievable.
goes.
One
And
of the
it's
things that's also, oh, excuse me, Deadly, but
oh,
one of the things that's also impressive about it, oh, now I see your screen, Eddie. One sec. Is that's a daytime shot and it still is that vibrant and dynamic. That's really, really cool.
that's what I got going right now.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me stop sharing and I can share you guys.
Let me
Yeah,
try
those are dope. I'm really digging these. Like you said, as soon as you
we'll
said,
share Eddie's. Here we go. Here's
as
Eddie's.
soon as you said they're like essentially made to be light sources. So when people say they look like burnt popcorn, yeah, they do, because that's when it's like, that's because you have the layers of paint, and essentially when you light it up, you're gonna have light shining through specific parts, making it look like an explosion.
This one here looks, that last one looked like a little trick of perspective too. That looks like a real house back there.
It does.
It does, doesn't it? I think we lost him.
Yeah, he might be new to this.
I think it might be, man. I think it might be like in his backyard. Who knows it?
Deadly, just pop on the link again, and I'll add you back to the stage again.
Oh. Yeah, see, these dioramas are next level. These fires.
Oh, sorry.
Definitely.
I lost you right there. That wasn't a perspective shot. It's a
told you.
Oh, okay.
It's forced perspective, cool. But it's a real house back there.
Yeah,
it's so that is a forced perspective in your
It's an actual house. I mean, I can imagine the neighbors are probably wondering what's going on in the back.
That's an old school movie trick, man. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
it's not easy to pull off to get something that small, that far in front of it, and in the same focus as the background. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, and you got to have a pretty expensive lens to do that.
Figure Theater says
that's actually I mean, a lot of the mix of my shots are phone and my Nikon. Okay. A lot of these big shots, actually all of them, just to show I mean that you don't need too much, is a lot of the ones that have the clean text of Blueprint Toys. Mm-hmm. And then they have the Deadly Dioramas logo, like those are raw shots done with a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are not, they didn't need to
edited or anything
too much, and one of the biggest things too is not only with the booms. I mean,
like these smaller ones.
Yeah. Well, those are actually to scale. I mean, a lot of our set is to scale. Yeah. Actually, it all is to scale.
Like these background buildings, yeah, you can definitely see they're in scale with everything in the front.
That up there is an exploding chopper, and that's a 112 chopper.
Oh, okay, up here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, okay.
And that's all built.
That is a huge setup then. That's crazy.
And so when it comes down to materials, when it comes down to commissions, everything, we use, all that's not 3D printed. I mean, it's a mix of resin, it's a mix of wood, concrete. I mean, I don't know if you watched the actual, like the maps trailer that I did for that Kickstarter that we're going to do. But the maps one, I actually posted it on my story last night. That one, I mean, if you want it to look like it has a burnt image on it, then you need to put a torch on it if you want that image, because that's what they're made of. I mean, if you want it to look like it's going to be cracked, it's going to break like real material because it's made out of real material.
Yeah.
And
No.
quick question: do you know which CAD programs he's using? Eddie and I both work in a myriad of 3D programs: ZBrush, Rhino, SolidWorks. What's he using?
I mean, we have pretty much everything. We use it all. Yeah.
Yeah, we do too.
I mean, it's a mix. I mean, it like I said, our systems. We now have a team behind us, and it's a small team, but it's now at least a team.
Mm-hmm.
We're going through the growth period right now where over the summer we just got slammed. I mean, I don't know what it was. I guess it was us just finally deciding, hey, we want to like promote outside of commissions, but we got so blown up we had to just pump the brakes and halt it out.
Yeah.
And so we got, like I said, some new people on. We got some new machines, you know.
So
we're
can I ask you the specifics to like some of the projects? So you said you had one coming up and then you were launching another one. So what are the specifics? Like, would it include a fire? Is it going to be like a diorama part? Or
so the first one we have the dioramas, specifically when it comes to diorama builds.
Okay.
We have the maps builds coming up. Now, those are going to be the architectural builds that are pretty much going to be our city builder builds. Build up, you can build wide, you know, however you want to do it. Modular wall panels, floor panels, pretty much, you know, what you need. Transitional floor panels. They're all going to be available. We're keeping it pretty affordable as well. I mean, for the pricing that you see some of these, and that's one of our biggest goals, is we're trying to provide some really awesome effects and some really good builds, and we're trying to do it where you're not paying an arm and a leg for, you know, a street corner or for a door entrance. You know, we want you to have the whole build because, you know, we all know how bulky it is. We all know, especially to sometimes set up space, you know, collecting. I like to collect dioramas myself. You know, it's not figures that's an issue. It's set pieces that's an issue for me.
Yeah.
I have an issue with all of that. So much so that most of my photos don't contain set pieces often because I just don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, and see, that's the biggest thing is being able to change them out, but also to being able to afford them. You know, being able to get that quality without sacrificing your whole budget on it. You know,
Deadly, we've got some comments on Instagram.
Sure.
First of all, Figure Theater says, where'd it go? Very cool meeting with makers. Sirha, I think, says those are so cool. And then Figure Theater also, he's like, these are for sale. I gotta have to pick something up. Where can people get these?
So blueprinttoys.store, that's our storefront. The link's in my bio on Deadly Dioramas. You can also give we've been so slacking on it, but that's because, like I said, we worked only on a commission basis. You can still hit us up for commissions. Pretty much anything that you want, send it to us. The worst thing that we can say is no, but we like to test ourselves.
Can you give me that full link right now, and I'll put it in the okay. What is it?
Yeah. I'll give it to you. It's blueprinttoys.store.
www.
Yeah, www. And like I said, links in mine. You can go give our store page a like, Blueprint Toys. We have a lot coming up. You know, if you have anything that you need, especially, I'm pretty
this storage building, I'm on your page now. This storage building is like something I need, and we kind of need.
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna be hearing from me at least.
Yeah, and I mean, we work with you too. We work with budgets. We work with the size you need, custom.
Hell yeah!
Literally anything can be built to order. Just tell us what you want, and we can get you an estimate. I'm Johnny on the spot on Deadly Dioramas. You can reach me anytime. I function off very little sleep. So I mean, I'm always available. I mean, if you just want to talk, if you just want to, keep me company at 4 a.m., I'm there jamming out probably,
Yeah, these things are sick.
Yeah. So I mean,
So dope.
anything
So dope.
outdoors,
I'm
indoors.
I'm not
A
gonna
lot of
lie, I'm
things-
blown away by it, and I've built my fair share of dioramas. So
and we're trying to incorporate. Right now, we have a building build with rooftop we're doing that's incorporated into maps. And one of the biggest things, like I said, we want functionality.
Mm-hmm.
You have a facade, you have an interior, don't leave it empty. We want to fill that up. If you're paying for a building, get the inside, get the outside.
Yeah.
And we know what the materials cost. We know what our labor costs, and that's why we don't try to,
That's
drive up
exactly
the prices too crazy,
That's exactly Eddie and I's
nice
thinking
model right there.
when we
That's how we
created the Bandito. It was just like, what are our materials? What is our tooling? And what is the shipping? And let's just strip everything down to that and get it to people.
Yeah. And I mean, for example, we're this coming year too, we're gonna kickstart our figure line. And that's something too, that we're our aim is to provide that quality premium type of figure, but at the actual cost that that it should be. We're trying to make a 1/12 scale. One of the biggest ways we're trying to come up with a design is we make our figures too out of armatures. So they're pretty much like stop animation armatures. You can tighten and loosen at the joint, so they have no problem with durability, posing, anything like that. They can hold weight. I mean, we have a picture of one of them holding up literally a hand drill by the leg joint because you can tighten it. They're made of metal with the silicone body over it.
Sirha says, wow, pricing
so
is
you're
solid
going
as
like
well.
the TV league route.
Well, yeah. I mean, because especially too, when you're a photographer, what's one of the biggest thing with figures, either they have great articulation, but they're not a premium figure, or they're a premium figure with sacrificed articulation. So, like I said, I grew up on 1/6 scale figures too. That was one of my biggest things. One of my biggest collecting items I used to have was 21st century toys. I used to love their kit builds. My father got me into those. He's a historian, so you know I liked being able to own, like maybe a 10-man team, but I had Vietnam BDUs, I had World War II BDUs, I had urban warfare BDUs, that you could change out, and they were historically accurate because, I mean, I remember when I was a kid setting up in my backyard and using disposable cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, I've always loved just the soft, good premium figures, but also too, you have that articulation and the quality issue.
Yeah.
So we don't
I
want that.
can't wait to get my hands on one of those figures you're talking about because I have a TV league body and its articulation is not very good.
Well, if you look at a lot of our big shots, our big set piece shots, every figure in those is one of ours. Those are all ours. So any of our promotional, like our majority promotional material that's not like my personal collection, because I'm always going to be a collector, so I'm always going to I mean, I still buy.
Look at that. Is that laser engraved? How did you do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have industrial equipment.
Yeah.
So it's all done that way. I mean, that's one thing like I try, I guess, that we're trying to overcome right now is the hump that we're a small operation, but we are producing and we make things that are industrially made. Like we have industrial equipment. We follow all the proper guidelines to manufacture them.
Yeah.
The only issue that we're going through right now is our transition to wanting to create for more people at a more affordable option is numbers. So that's what we're hoping Kickstarter is going to help us, is so that we can batch more, we can just prepare and produce at bulk now. Because why are you going to, I mean, money with inflation, everything's so expensive. Why are you going to put money into something that isn't going to be worth it? So
the more that you are able to produce, the cheaper your cost will be
right. So we want always exactly. Man, well, here at Oddfrog Entertainment, we're always looking for like innovative and you know, cool ideas. So, I mean, this is something that's definitely interesting and dope.
Heck yeah, man!
The Bandito would fit nicely in that one.
That's that's why I said I wanted to keep in touch. Like, dude, like taking commit. We need a garage here. We've been like, no, I've been diddling that. There's a little mock-up one back there, but it's nothing compared to what you know. We like Kelly says, we have like, but you guys are already on it. This is definitely something that's, I mean, building shelf racks, crates, oil drums.
See, and everything, like all of our dioramas, we light. A big thing, like we said, is natural lighting. Our muzzle flashes, like even our small arms, you know. We wanted to make small arms that can do a light up blast effect. Why? Because it makes a difference. It makes a difference when you're a photographer and that's what you want. You'll see the difference, and it makes it. So
lights make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, when you don't have to add it in post. I mean, just like the lighting on the tendrils and debris for our explosions. I mean, this has the effect because
this is my favorite accessory that I own out of all the fucking things that I got. I got so much shit.
Yeah, is that from Sod Cutter?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
I like that one. I waited for that figure. That was a good figure.
This is nuts.
I waited for that figure too, and then 2 days after I opened it, I busted it.
Yeah, it's kind of flimsy on that handle.
No, I didn't bust the.
Well, I busted the handle. I busted the handle.
I busted Sod Cutter's arm completely off, like right at the elbow. Just busted it on a YouTube live. I was on a live with Go Figure Go.
Clank.
And I just moved it just a little bit, dude. It just snapped, but Mezco was really quick to replace it.
Yeah, Mezco's awesome. I mean, they're dangerous for me.
They can't be that dangerous. You pay for it when it ships. They do ship it all at once, but I mean, they take like 3 years to ship anything. So
I mean, it was just like I love the Eagle Force line, but I was like I felt like I was waiting forever for that.
Are those stacks of televisions back there?
Yeah, like a Madman's TV cluster.
Yeah,
that's so
that
good.
Like one piece, or they're all individual?
No, well, we've done them individual, and we've done them in one piece. That is kind of a mix of that. It's a mix of big pieces together. The one in the wall behind him directly, that's one piece.
Yeah.
I mean, but let's say you called us and you're like, or you messaged me and you wanted them all to be individual. I mean, we could do that. It's just
more labor intensive, but I get, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to pay, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So, but like I said, we have all that coming out, and I mean, even the flashlights. I mean, we have little flashlights we're coming out with.
Working flashlights.
Yeah, I posted it actually yesterday.
I didn't see that one. That's fucking dope right there.
Oh yeah,
I picked this one because of you, Dead Man. Yeah. No, I love the colors in this. That's like my favorite color combination ever. Is those nice warm oranges and the kind of aquamarine blues. Like that is just awesome.
That moonlight.
I like how with this photo in particular, I like how vivid it is, but it's not he basically didn't. It doesn't look like he relied on the contrast to bring the color out, because the color is actually still
Already there.
realistic, even though
Yeah.
it's vivid.
Hey, those newer lights, I mean, those are my favorite lights I've worked with. I mean, shout out to Because It's Fun, man, because I mean, he got me into those newer lights. I was using other lights and I always saw him using those, and ever since then I bought a chunk of them, and I can't stop using them. They're so good. I mean, I have them right now, and that light combo is still popping up because I mean, one of the reasons I like to use that blue light combo too is just it's significant to me because when I got out of the hospital, I started shooting at 112. I collected in 112, but I had never shot before. So
So
I used to
yeah,
dream in the hospital with that blue hue, and so I try to use it a lot in my shots.
Wow.
that's a pretty good segue, don't you think, there, Kelly?
Yeah, I do. Do you mind talking about that a little bit, Deadly? Like, why were you in the hospital? And can we talk about
Oh, yeah.
are you comfortable talking about? I know we spoke a little bit about it, but
Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's all a part of life, right? I mean,
yeah,
life and death, it's all full circle.
yep.
Well, basically, I mean, it's just liver issues. I mean, you have everything in this, everything that's manufactured now is so bad.
Yeah.
And it was just a combination of things I put in my body and life.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a musician for a while, so
Yeah.
things were crazy for me.
Dead Man and I both were too, so we've been around that
All
scene.
you guys are rock stars, man.
Yeah. And you also got to think about it. I mean, this is off topic of everything, but I mean, we kind of grew up, I mean, on that cusp of our parents were traditional, but also on that verge of trying out the new ways things are manufactured. So we kind of have that imbalance, but also that saving grace of we haven't just constantly put our body through inflammation our whole life.
Yep.
But the reality is, I was good one day, I was bad the next. They took me in. I thought I was just sick, and they rushed me to the ICU. I started bloating up, and I went into like some sort of stage of liver and kidney failure. It was toxicity because I was having migraines at that year. I was having a lot of migraines, and so I had started taking, and this is from a doctor, I started taking, aspirins and Tylenol to treat it. Before that, I never took Tylenol because I don't ever really get sick. But I started doing that and some other medication I had been on for 10 years, that apparently you're only supposed to be on for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Gave it to me for 10 years. And I guess one day my body was like, nah. And it just, I was there, I had to do all my final end of life paperwork. I had shut down my old social media. I transferred everything over, and I eventually got sent home. I was sent home essentially like on a hospice care because there was nothing they could do.
Wow. Bro.
But I don't know, man. I mean, something happened, and the thing that kind of kept me from entering that is I kept positive, but not only that, it was just kind of acceptance, I guess. I mean, I accepted it when I was in there, and I still do. I mean, because the truth is, I mean, I could have acute failure today, anytime, you never know how it's going to work. And that's fine. I've accepted that. It's what it's going to be. Why stress over things you can't really control? So I just I enjoy it, and that's one of the reasons too. Like I kind of delved into toy photography even that much harder was when I was in the hospital. That's all I had. I couldn't walk. I couldn't move. I was kind of just stuck. I was kind of scrambled in the brain too. Like they put you on so much stuff. I mean, I saw videos of myself and I'm not very coherent, but it's what it is. And I use toy photography as an escape, and it's still, I mean, it's a crucial part of my daily life that helps me just kind of keep
Like a
things
coping
that I can control there, and then the
Yeah.
things I can't
That's a-
control, and then my escapes. I can compartmentalize everything. And
Deadly.
That's a common theme with most people in the community. A lot of people are here just to escape life, the trials and tribulations of life, just for a few hours a day. And that's why I get butthurt when people start talking politics.
So,
Like,
guys,
it's so beautiful,
yeah.
but life is beautiful. That's the thing about it.
Absolutely.
If you're here today, it doesn't matter how long you're here for. Just like Degrassi said, I mean, you've already won the lottery in that.
Yeah. Well, and Einstein said, in this universe, energy never ceases to exist. It just changes form. So I tend to believe that we go on from here, you know, and otherwise it just seems like a big joke to me. You know, we're here to learn and grow as much as possible.
And then use that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadly, can you give me the link to your GoFundMe? Do you mind? And I'll put that in a banner on here for people that are interested in helping out.
Yeah. I'll actually I haven't really checked on it. I'll get it to you.
Okay, great. And then we'll put it.
And if you want to put it on there, I'll send it to you right now. And yeah, I mean,
Perfect.
I would appreciate that. You know,
Absolutely. You can send it to me on Instagram too, or right here, even in the chat.
For sure. And I mean, anybody ever wants to hit me up, I mean, they know they can message me. They share their photography. Anybody. I mean, as y'all know, I repost a lot. I'm a huge fan. I do it because I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
And sorry if I put some crazy ass metal over it. I'm just.
Oh, bro,
I'm a drummer. I'm sorry, man.
I was in
Kelly's language.
Yeah, I was in a death metal band for 10 years. I love it, man. Like, that's my world. Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation, absolutely.
You're definitely gonna be hearing from us. Just say that.
Oh yeah, you ever want me back on? I mean, this is what I do. So I mean, I'm free.
Well, your artwork, bro, is absolutely phenomenal, and you know, that's what we're here to feature and to showcase and celebrate. So I'm gonna go through a couple more of these. Oops, that's ours. Oh my god. Okay, this one blew my mind. Like, can you kind of talk about what's going on here? Because I don't see a lot of wires. I don't see a lot of Photoshop. It's just, it's spectacular.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Oh, wait. Am I showing you guys? Hold on. I got to share again.
So we're sitting here.
Here I am talking about. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Check this out. That is just absolutely awesome.
Yeah, that one was a fun one. I had been waiting to do something like that. A lot of my shots I've sat on for a long time. And I got that one, 78 points of articulation. He had that awesome Bodega. I mean, I wanted the Bodega strictly because one of my favorite movies is The Professional, and I have a shoot that I plan on doing with it. And I wanted to do a Leon shoot, but I had not even taken the plastic off that Hobgoblin or that Green Goblin, and I just needed to do something. And I had thought of that shot. I had that NECA Kevin just out on the desk, and I wanted to throw him in there.
In the back.
I was like, yeah, Lost in New York, Spider-Man seems cool. So I just threw that together. I mean, the way I did that one is, I mean, I just removed the Mezco rods holding it, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I didn't use anything else. I used the two newer lights. The explosion is a big light source I used. I only used the Mezco rods for the Green Goblin and Spider-Man, but everything else is pretty much there. I only threw the ash filter over it just for the, you know, for the giggles of it. But
yeah, for the depth.
It's pretty raw. It's pretty there, except for the removal of the rods, you know, and the overlay.
Yojo Jerk on YouTube says, "Wow!" exclamation points. Yeah. I agree.
I missed that. What was that about ash filters?
I threw like if you see the little speck or the little spark specks. There's like one or two or four. I added the little Photoshop neon speck to make it look like there's ash right in front. That's the only thing that.
Okay. Sparks. You mean sparks?
Yeah. Like a little spark
sparks
ash.
or embers. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
ember,
I get that.
yeah. That I added that when I put my Deadly Diorama logo there, but that was it.
By the way, guys, for those of you watching, we don't have Mikey, the producer, here today, but I've got both windows open. We can see the comments on YouTube, and I'm checking Instagram. So if you have any questions for Deadly Dioramas, we'd love to hear them.
And and if you're on Instagram, come over to YouTube so Kelly can pay attention.
Yeah, I know, right? And like and subscribe.
There's also that too.
But yeah, that one was a fun one. I mean, I really like the explosions with the fragments, just because you can face them coming at the camera, and it gives it a really good pop. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, as an illustrator, this is something that I would find really exciting to draw.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too. Like I said, we have so many different effects that we're messing with, and you can really make it. I mean, anything possible. I mean, we have a beam that we've made that's essentially like an energy beam from a proton pack.
Okay.
We've made rings of fire. We make lit fire. I mean, water, energy, portals. I mean, right now I got that necromancer. Shout out to Grindhouse Toys. He sent me that necromancer, and I'm actually doing a portal shot with that one, and that's gonna be pretty fun. We've done a couple of portals actually for people. It's something that I think would be really cool for Mythic Legions. However, we've only ever done it for people that like Spawn.
Yeah.
The portal. So, you know, and that as well. So if you see, those are like some of our figures. Those are some of the custom.
What's up, Shoot? Sorry, Shoot just popped on.
Hey, Shoot me.
Actually, I'm doing this shoot right now. Let's see if I can get a little image of this one real quick.
Bring him up, Kelly.
Bring him on?
No, solo him. Solo Deadly. Put him.
Got you. Okay, let's see if I know how to do this.
He's trying to show us something.
Okay, let's see how I can do this. There we go. Oh, we got the Valaverse truck in action there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a really cool vehicle, man.
It looks cool
so far. And I really dig those salvos. I mean, like I said, if it was up to me, I mean, there's really not a lot of materials that we need to buy ever. But me and Kenny are collectors, so it's gonna always happen.
Absolutely.
Shoot says killer scenes. These are incredible.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
No, he is not wrong.
So I'm gonna take a quick, and then I'll send this to y'all real quick. I'm not gonna do any touch-ups or anything with this one.
This is great. And what kind of camera do you have there, Deadly?
It's good Nikon.
This is a Nikon right here.
Okay.
I've had it for years. I actually had to bust it out of storage.
This is so cool.
Because I had it put away for the longest time.
Oh, you know what? These guys can't see this. Let me stop sharing my screen. There we go. I think we're good now.
No, it's been sharing, hasn't it?
There we go.
That's all I can see.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, hold on.
I like how you straight have a little Home Depot plant sitting there too. Just, boom, provide some tree.
Oh yeah.
Is,
I mean,
is that a Home Depot plant, or is that looks like plastic?
no, I made it. It's
Oh wow!
wood, and then it's just some. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was at
Some shit on a little pot, huh?
here here in San Antonio. They have these toy pop-ups and horror conventions like every other weekend, and there's this Hobby Lobby in the. It's at this old mall, so there's a Hobby Lobby in there, and they always have these awesome deals. So I'll pick up some stuff from there
Yeah.
every once in a
It's
while.
easy, yeah, easy to make that. You buy that green foam, and then you kind of just insert your own.
Well, this is actual. This is an actual wood cut. This I bought for like I don't know. It was like a 6 foot long freaking spool that had on sale for like $250 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go into Hobby Lobby looking for shit for some terrain I'm building, and I end up pulling my freaking hair out because it's all too big.
Yeah, I feel you.
Nope, we lost him again. He'll be back.
People are used to pressing that back button, man.
Yeah. We'll probably start to wrap it up after this. Try to keep it to an hour, but man, what a great show! And guys, if anybody is struck by Deadly Diorama's health story and stuff, we encourage everybody to help out if they can in any way they can, and we'll put up on the video on YouTube his the link to his GoFundMe, and I'll put links to his page and Blueprint Toy Store in there as well. But
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, unquestionably some amazing art. Oh, okay. So here he sent the shot he just took. So I'm going to download this or I guess I can just share the screen on this, right? I think I should be able to do that. Let me do that.
Stop narrating.
Sucks having
Sorry.
I get ready to get going here soon.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up real quick here, Eddie.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
I just want to see if he's. Yeah, there he is. Okay, let me get him on here, and then we'll do it.
Awesome. Lost you right now.
No worries.
Where I'm at right now. It's this really terrible building, so I have awful reception sometimes. But I guess I lost signal when I was trying to just send you a behind-the-scenes shot there. And that's from my phone, the one I sent you, because I wanted you to be able to see.
There it is.
Cheap phone. That's not my Nikon. That's just the phone. And I'm not real big on fancy phones because I don't care. That's like a $100 Samsung that you get at T-Mobile.
Yeah, I cared about fancy phones, and then I bought a Canon. So I don't care about phones anymore.
Exactly. So that's just a quick shot.
Wow. I mean, those explosions elevate that scene.
Yeah, they can really make or break something.
Yeah.
I love that turret on the top. Does that come with the car?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, that's the turret that comes on top. Actually, Volvers, they announced that they actually did a modification on the turret to make.
Yeah, we just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool that they're gonna, upgrade it or replace it or whatever they're gonna do. I personally don't have a really big problem with it, but I haven't, I guess, done anything where I need to angle it that high yet.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna test that on this next shot that I have.
Well, that's 100% a reaction to the Rattler coming out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's so cool too, because I don't know, we've on the Rattlers and some of those Joe effects. I mean, people have sent us, and Kenny does great Joe upgrades. So if you're a classified person and you want to upgrade your Joes, like your Cobras, to look like premium figures, he does a good job with it.
Clanable says, good dial maker, good shot.
Thank you.
Guys, Eddie actually has to go. So we'll probably wrap this up. But Deadly, I mean, these are absolutely amazing. We're going to make sure and we put all your links in the actual posted YouTube video and stuff. Is there anything you'd like to share before we go?
Nothing at all, man. I mean, just stay tuned. We got so much coming up. We got orders going out still.
Okay.
Follow at
They're
Deadly
gonna
Diorama.
open up. Kickstarter should be hopefully opened up. As far as heavy weapons and maps, we're trying to have those open up by the end of the month.
Okay, when you do that, let me know a couple days ahead of time, and we'll have you come back on, and we'll support the Kickstarter from here.
Oh yeah, because Kenny wants to come on too.
Absolutely.
He had something. He had something that he had to do today, and then he also likes to keep his, his mask on. That's why we call him Kenny Commander.
Oh yeah, totally. We had Thor on. He does the same thing.
Yeah, you can think of me as Destro or something. I don't know.
I think that's awesome.
But anytime you want me on, let me know. Anybody who has any questions, shoot me a message. And
absolutely,
anytime. I had a great time.
We would love to have you back on during the Kickstarter, and then Deadman, I was just going to go to you for final thoughts. And
I was actually just going to tell him. I was just going to tell him I'm actually going to call him in about 20 minutes here on Instagram. I have some things I'd like to talk to you about, and not in front of people.
Absolutely. Deadman, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Deadman1. You can find me at also Toymerks. I do that too.
Toymerks Flea Market.
Yeah, the Toymerks.flea market. If you're trying to buy, sell, or trade anything, just collab your sale post with that page. There's a big disclaimer up pinned to the thing, so just so you know, Toymerks isn't responsible for anything. Also, every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube on the Skeleton's Tomb, the co-host over there, and myself, Skeleton's Collectibles, and sometimes Zilla is on, and we just talk shit, bring people in from the community, and just
great show.
Talk about toys and stuff like that. And we also go over some of the things that that people post up on the Toymerks page.
Clanable says Deadman is a busy man.
Dude, you have no idea. But right now, we're not. The Toymerks page isn't really getting all the messages that it needs to get for like collaborations and tags. So now I'm even busier because I totally put up a post telling people to reach out to me if nothing gets answered within 24 hours. And I shouldn't have done that. But I don't want people to feel like they're being ignored. So
yeah. Eddie, do you have any final thoughts?
Man, thanks for coming on, Deadly. Check out oddfrogentertainment.com. Follow Deadly Dioramas, follow us, and we have some good stuff coming up on our behalf as well. And just stay tuned to us, stay tuned to Deadly, and you'll definitely hear from us as well. We have some uses for the stuff you and your business can do. So we definitely look for some collaborations with you guys. I think we can make some stuff work for sure.
Heck yeah.
Deadly, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Your artwork is amazing. Please tell your partner we said the same thing, and we'd love to have you back. So, guys, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you again next time. Reach out to Deadly Dioramas, and you know where to find Deadman. Have a great day, guys.
Take it easy.
Later.